Well, welcome back to Oracle TV. I am here with Dr. Bharat Sutariya, who is the SVP and Chief Health Officer for Oracle Health and Life Sciences. Bharat, thank you so much. I always enjoy sitting down with you and talking. I feel like I learn something every single time we have a conversation.
Well, it's my pleasure.
Well, let's dive right in because, year after year, we come back to HIMSS. We have the conversations. We've seen healthcare transform in the last 2 years and then move at lightning speed in this last year. So what are you noticing that's different this year?
Sure. As you mentioned, I've been coming here for many, many years. And what's different, even just in the last 3 years, is, a year ago, 2 years ago, AI was more of a pilot experimentation.
Yep.
And we have rapidly moved from a pilot and experimentation to AI truly being used inside the workflow to help reduce the clinical burden and showing success.
Yes.
And it's showing success across the board, and it's receiving a lot of positive feedback. So that's the big difference from a pilot to true enterprise usage and inside clinical workflow.
Absolutely. It's going beyond that hype moment that we all had and really seeing it into practice, which is exciting. So let's talk specifically, on Oracle Clinical AI Agent. So can you just share a little bit of what was this designed to solve?
Sure. So first of all, we consider clinical AI agents as an umbrella under which there are multitudes of agents that are clinically focused to helping the clinician. So, of course,
an
umbrella.
Okay.
Of course, the first one being the ambient note agent. The ambient note agent, and what's interesting is that if you go across the HIMSS floor, there are dozens of companies that are doing ambient notes, to the point that I believe that ability to listen to an ambient conversation, convert it into a structured note, is now become commodity in the marketplace. Of course, we have our own note agent. It's live at hundreds of sites, very, very rapid adoption over the last year. But we look at the ambient AI note agent as a foundation to then build upon a bunch more workflow on top of it.
Got it. And this is in the documentation. It's in the workflow. So then what's next?
So what's next is, now imagine that a patient and a doctor is having a conversation, and you've got a system in real time listening, understanding, and orchestrating workflow. So that orchestration is quite important, because based on all of the things that say during the conversation, a prior authorization agent may wake up and say, oh, I heard physician talking about Mrs. Jones needing a knee replacement. And based on their insurance, a prior authorization is required. So on screen, in real time, a prior authorization agent wakes up.
Wow.
Physicians now talking about, oh, I'm going to renew your prescription. On screen, a prescription refill agent wakes up and guides the clinician, and so on and so forth, all the way from all the actions that are stated during the conversation. Not only captures the note in a highly structured way for a clinician, but it cues up all the actions that the clinicians need to take. And then either using a conversation by just saying, hey, I approve this, or by clicking on it, all those actions are completed. And that's why I consider the ambient note agent as just the foundation, but it's really the value that comes on top of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Where it automates the workflow.
Absolutely. I mean, queuing up the next step, it's helping to make informed decisions and move fast. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big step forward. And I know that organizations are, they're implementing this in live environments. Are we seeing any early feedback? Are we seeing this work?
In my 25 years of being at the intersection of healthcare and technology,
Yeah.
this is the first time I'm seeing hype cycle meeting the reality.
Oh, that's
where we can deliver capabilities that clinicians really love using it, not just like, but love using it, and it's giving them a value. So we hear all the time now of the time saved. I don't have to go home and document the pajama time decrease. But more importantly, their experience is improved. Their focus on clinical care, that patient interaction, is significantly improved. because they feel less burden from an administrative task, and they feel like they have an assistant all the time present, helping them practice better medicine. So that's what
It's
gives
making them
me
better. Yeah.
the chills when I listen to those kinds of things.
And-
As a clinician, it's such an important that we improve the lives of the clinician, because then the care they deliver to the patient improves.
Absolutely. It's giving the time back to the clinicians to take time with the patients. And I mean, I think that really speaks to why you're so passionate about this. And I love that you said the intersection of healthcare and technology. And I'm going to add, that this hype really is paying off, that maybe it's the intersection of healthcare, technology, and hope at this point, that healthcare is actually going to change. So then kind of taking a step next, we see organizations of all kinds, they want AI, but they struggle to operationalize it. What is it going to take for someone to move forward with AI?
It's interesting, and all you have to do is to walk the floor here. There are dozens and dozens of companies offering all kinds of AI widget today. And it becomes quite hard for an organization to figure out, what do I use for what purpose?
Right.
So my advice to our customers, I'm out there every day speaking with the customers, is to say, start with the problem you're trying to solve and the outcomes you're trying to achieve.
Absolutely.
If you start there, then you'll be able to recruit the right process, people, and the technology to solve for that. And then you have a sustainable path ahead, and you're not going on a fractured path of bolting on, 20, 30 different things, right? So that's really the discussion with our customer base right now, is to let's make sure that we focus on the outcome we're trying to generate.
And that's actually what differentiates us. We're not bolting it on.
Right.
It's built in. And so, go with me for a second on how the Oracle Clinical AI Agent is going to evolve. What is it going to look like?
Sure. So I've kind of alluded to it already, right? That just the ambient note action then queues up an entire orchestration layer that then brings in the order agent and the prescription agent and prior auth agent and so on. So we're talking about agents.
Yeah.
So we're talking about basically taking every workflow and agentifying it. But the end result we're trying to achieve is we're trying to cause a massive transformation. The industry has been at a system of record. So every EHR, every technology system that's been provided to date has been about system of record, creating a transactional system that serves as a source of truth from a record perspective. What we are transitioning to now is a system of intelligent care and orchestration, to the point that much of the administrative task is going to be done behind the scene, blinded to the clinician. Of course, they can get access to it if they want to review it, but on the administrative side, it'll be automated. The EHR interaction will feel much lighter to the provider, and it'll feel much more clinically intentful, so that they're focused on doing the right thing for the patient, right? So the end result is reduce the burden,
Yep.
have an ever-present AI assistant that understands who you are with your role as a clinician, the patient that you're trying to treat, the venue in which you're trying to treat patient in, whether it's ambulatory or acute. And with all of that context, as a clinician, you feel empowered to practice better medicine.
Is it fair to say that we really are in the era of intelligent care?
We are absolutely in the era of intelligent care.
Well,
And there's a much more to come.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we are full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for spending time with us. It's always a pleasure to sit down with you.
My pleasure.